Okay, so this is a tutorial how to hand sew. So first you take your string, cut it to the length that you want. So I'm gonna cut about that much. Make sure it's enough to get through your whole fabric. If you use a little more than you need, that's okay. Then you need to pick the right size needle. So there's 30 different needles in here. That's a lot. So how do you know which one is the right one to use? Depending on what fabric you're sewing with, if it's a thicker fabric, you want to use a thicker needle. If it's thinner and more delicate, you want to use a smaller needle. So this is pretty moderate. I'm going to use a medium-sized needle. So now I need to twist this. All right, so now that we have that needle out, this is the hardest part. Usually, give a little lick, find the hole in the end of the needle, and stick it through the hole. So once you have the thread through the needle, you just tie a little knot on the end to make sure the thread doesn't slide out. Bloop, there it is. So that just makes sure that your thread won't fall through your needle, and make sure the knot isn't too tight so you can get it off once you're done. All right, now there's multiple different ways to do this, but the way that I will be showing is you take the end of your string and you tie a little knot. All right, and I'm gonna tie a double knot because it's really thin string. Bloop. There we go. Almost. Let's do one more. All right. Okay. There. That's gonna make sure that your string doesn't fall through your fabric. There she is. Okay. Now to start sewing, you stick your needle through the fabric and pull it all the way to the knot, and it shouldn't go through. There you go. And then you flip it, go back the other way. This is called a straight stitch. You just go one way, then the other way, back and forth. So, as you can see, this is starting a straight stitch. It's just down and up, like that. This obviously is not the most secure stitch because watch, and it's out. So that's not the best decision if you want something really secure, but it's probably the quickest stitch that you could do. Let's try a different stitch. Let's thread that needle again. All right, so let's say we have our fabric folded, and let's say I just want to make this fabric into like an oval, like this. So first you want to fold the edges in to give it a nice seamed finish. Usually you would iron that down, and then this too. Then you can go like this, pinch them together, and when you sew them together, you start by going through both fabrics. First you gotta make sure they line up. Okay, go through both, give it a tug all the way to the knot. Whoop. And then you can wrap it around and just go back through. And that is what the finished stitch looks like. And as you can see, it's nice and tight, and try to give it a tug apart. It stays together pretty nicely. Once you're done, you just want to go back under the stitch you just did and pull it, and then go in through there and just tie a nice little knot. And that should keep it pretty tight. Maybe make it a little tighter. And then after that, just cut, snip, and then make sure you go back and cut this end nice and short so the fabric doesn't hang out, and it's all done. Nice and tight. twist.
Can you pause it?
Okay. Not too tight. You should be able to. All right, let's see if we can do that. That was not a knot. Let's try again. Go through your fabric once with a needle. Pull it all the way through until the knot. So the knot is holding it so it doesn't go through all. Oh, never mind.
Makes me laugh.
Stop! This isn't funny. Are you still recording?
No.